Hello everyone, it's your girl Lady Naomi. I'm here this week to do the Mirror to Medicine review. Mariah is back, and Heavenly and Contessa just can't get along. Let's get started. Starts out with Dr. Simone telling Heavenly that her and Contessa is a lot alike. That's why they just can't get along. They argue about every little petty thing, every little thing. Both of them. They just keep nitpicking at each other. I think Heavenly gets under Contessa's skin. I think that's what it is. But I'm over them arguing and bickering back and forth already, guys. I'm really just over it. Okay. Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone brings Toya aside and says, you can't get mad at Qua because she don't want to open up about her relationship. Last week, you remember when they were all at that restaurant in New Orleans, Toya got mad because Toya got mad because Qua didn't want to open up about her sexual life and stuff like that, even though her and her husband ain't doing too good neither, guys. Okay, that's a sidebar. Qua and her husband ain't doing too good, guys. Okay, so that's why she really didn't want to divulge their secret. Okay, that's the tea on that. But anyway, Simone, they were basically letting her know, listen, you can't get mad at nobody else because they don't want to put all their business out there like you do. Okay, so that's what they were saying, and then she made a bet to be nice all day, not be shady and stuff like that. So let's see how that works through this review. So they get on the party bus. Simone has a little day trip prepared for them. They get on the party bus, and Dr. Contessa checks Heavenly about how to pronounce her name. She says Contessa. Her name is Contessa. But Dr. Heavenly always goes, Contessa. I don't know if she does it for the dramatic effects of it, trying to be shady. I don't know if that's why she does it. But Dr. Contessa got her all the way together and said, I understand you got a speech impediment, but it's pronounced Contessa. Bitch, the bus went up. Honey, she shaded the hell out of Heavenly. And Heavenly sitting there like, I don't got no speech impediment. Boo, 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 boo. Bitch, that was the shade, honey. That was some tea right there. Okay, so the bus pulls up in front of this place called Swamp Town, guys, okay? They were like, oh my God, I'm not going to no swamp. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. So they get on the boat. They meet up with the captain. They get on one of those little swamp cruiser boats, thingy-majiggers, yacht swamp cruisers. And they feed in the alligators. They're calling pigs on the shore and this and that. Dr. Jackie's laying on the ground now. Dr. Jackie laying on the ground because she hates boats. She doesn't like. Dr. Jackie thinks she's a little beneath. That is a little beneath her, the swamps and things. She thinks that's a little beneath her. Let's keep it real, honey. That's why she didn't want to be on. A lot of girls think it's beneath her, honey. You can never forget where you came from in life sometimes. I understand you're a doctor now. I understand you live this lavish life and stuff like that. But you can't forget where you came from. Sometimes you need to get a little messy. It's nice once in a while to go to a farm and feed the pigs and all that stuff once in a while. Just to get a little messy sometimes, okay? It's okay to get a little dirty. So while they were at Swan Town, Toya has a surprise. She invited Mariah. Now, I'm happy that Toya and Mariah is actually getting along again, because if y'all remember the first season, honey, that epic first season, if anybody hasn't watched the first season of Mirror to Medicine, go back to the first season, about 45 minutes into the first episode. Mariah and Toya get into this fierce fight. Fisticuff at the pool, bitch. And they had motherfucking $10,000 coat furs on. The bitch, each of them probably had about $50,000 worth of clothes on, and they fighting at the pool at this big epic pool party. Everybody was there. Senators, doctors, anybody, and they got to literally a fist fight. Mariah's mother is beating Toya in the head with her purse. They literally got into a fist fight, started rolling around on the ground. Y'all gotta watch it, guys. So, but I'm glad season 5 they're actually getting along. Everybody gets along with one another and stuff like that. I'm happy, guys. But it's nice to see that they can put the past in the past and be good friends. Okay, at least she's trying, but not everybody is. So they go back to the hotel. They see Mariah. Everyone is like shocked. Dr. Jackie doesn't really use her. Quad doesn't really use her. She's really a little upset about her being there. She's not really feeling. They're not really feeling Mariah, because Mariah is like the queen of shade, honey. She would shade the shit out of your ass, honey. She would read you into oblivion, honey. And the other past years, a lot of the other girls got into Mariah, and they're still not quite over it. She's ready to bury the hatchet on some of them. And you know, but at the trip, she said this is not a round robin with Mariah right now. She said, I just want to just have fun, and we all can have fun, and then we'll deal with our issues between one another when it comes to it at the time. That is right, and I agree with her. I'm glad that she's being she's acting better this year. She's being a little bit more of an adult about the situation. I wish everybody else was being a little more of an adult about themselves, right? About the situation, because they need to let it go, honey. It's a new season. Start off anew. I've been in big arguments with people that said, oh, dirty, nasty, deceitful things about me, honey, in the past. Trust me, I have. Ex-best friends said nasty, dirty things, embellished, made shit up, just to drag my name through the dirt, honey. Some people believed it, some people didn't. But in at the end of it all, it still hurts when somebody that you once loved and once cared about dog you out like that. Let's keep it real, okay? It still hurts. So I'm glad that she's willing to bury the hatchet, guys. Dr. Heavenly said, Quad need to give Dr. Greg a baby. Maybe that's the source of all the arguing and stuff like that. She's the only one that doesn't have kids with her significant other. And Dr. Contessa once again checked Heavenly on and said, you never supposed to, how do you know she can have a kid? How do you know she can get pregnant and stuff like that? Which is true, because nobody's ever asked that. And she said Heavenly said that Quad said she can and stuff like that, guys. But we don't know if she can or not. And you know, I have to agree with Dr. Contessa a little bit. You're never supposed to ask any woman about can they have kids and stuff like that. It's a very touchy subject, because some biological women cannot have kids. Their bodies just cannot make a baby. They just can't produce a baby. So it's a very sensitive subject for some people, and for some women that genetically cannot have a child. So I agree with Dr. Contessa. So they got into it again. Once again, they got into it again about this subject, guys. And then Mariah and them all walk in the room, and they kind of just swoosh it over and stuff like that. And Contessa kind of want to go home, because her and Heavenly keep getting into it. And Heavenly she's very abrasive, guys. She likes to talk shit, but that's just Heavenly way. No shade. It's just her way of playing. It's like a little play with her. She likes to tap you a little bit. She just like, you know, a little bit, and just, okay, now we cool. You know what I mean? It's like her way of testing you a little bit, guys. You know what I mean? But that's just Heavenly. That's just the way she is. So the guys all meet up while the girls are away, and they talk to Contessa's husband, and they said this is the first trip Contessa's taken with the girls. Basically, Heavenly's husband said the only one you probably have to worry about is Heavenly. She means well. She's just a little standoffish at first to new people coming in, but it's all out of fun for her and stuff like that. And Cecil's son, Dr. Simone, and Cecil's son is going to college this year, and they're very proud of him and everything. I think his name is Miles. He's going to college this year, so they're very proud of him and him going to college and stuff like that, to continue their legacy of their family and everything like that. So I'm happy for them both. But yes, the guys got together, they're drinking, they turning up and stuff like that. Only husband that wasn't there is Dr. Jackie's husband, because you know he having that affair. He off doing what he doing. I ain't saying he need to be doing it, but he off doing what he want to be doing, because if he didn't want to do it, he wouldn't be there, right? But anyway, so Miss Quad is still a little standoffish about Mariah and things, honey. Y'all see it snowing today, right? Look at the snow, guys. We got a little nor'easter, honey. My car is covered in snow. But anyway, yeah, so Mariah, Miss Quad tried to shade Mariah about sitting on her bed and stuff like that. And she was like, no, you can sit on that chair, basically, boom, 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 like looked her up and down. And Mariah pulled her aside in her little bathroom, and said, honey, you don't want to play this game, girl. I'm here trying to be nice, but you don't want to play this game. Because, you know, Quad needs to just stop, honey. Let the past be the past, honey. Yeah, y'all shaded each other. It wasn't just Mariah. Y'all both shaded the hell out of each other, honey. Y'all both shaded each other down, bitch. The shade is, see, I had that effect on people too, because people might throw me shade, but like I said in my video last week, my Housewives of Atlanta video, I don't go back and forth. I'm gonna hit you, boom, from the start. I'm gonna hit you juggler from the start. You're gonna be shooting blood all over the damn camera, honey. Okay? You're gonna be shooting blood all over the camera when I get done shading your ass, honey, because I don't go back and forth. I'm gonna hit you hard from the start. So that's the difference when Mariah hit you. Mariah hit you, and she hit you hard, and those girls can't take it, how she come for you, how she shade you, honey. So Miss Quad need to get over it and to be a little more of an adult about the situation, guys. That's how I see it. I don't know, but that's how I see it. So Dr. Jackie's talking to Heavily about their relationship and their relationship goals and all this and all that, and saying, you know, why people feel so standoffish towards me and stuff like that. And Dr. Jackie says to Heavenly, says, well, you're sometimes, she says, because Heavenly said, I just be trying to tell the truth. I be trying to let those people know the truth outside looking in. And I have that effect on people too, guys. Sometimes I could be a little too bluntly honest. Not everybody's open to a blunt, honest opinion about some things, guys. Sometimes you gotta be a little easy on people. I don't know how to be easy. I just go right for the killing, honey. I just let you know from the door how it is, I don't sugarcoat nothing. I'm very blunt. But Dr. Jackie said sometimes your truth could be like a punch in the face, honey, like that. So she was like, oh, okay, and stuff like that. So she talked to Heavenly. So Heavenly went on to pull Dr. Contessa aside and apologize. And they both apologized. They don't want no beef. And they all gonna get along and stuff like that, guys. So I was happy about that. I was like, yes, yes, yes. I was happy that they're gonna get along and everything's gonna be peachy keen between them two. Quad and Dr. Simone are talking about their relationships and stuff like that. And Quad was basically saying how unhappy she said she's very unhappy in her marriage. She said Dr. Greg, like we seen last week, lets her ass have it. It's very disrespectful to her in the marriage. I can understand where Quad is coming from on that, because I thought he did go a little too far. You're never supposed to throw it in your spouse's face how much more weight you pull than the other. You're never supposed to do that. Like in my relationship, I make 10 times as much more money than my significant other, but he works and he contributes to the household, and that's all that matters for this time being until he puts himself through school and gets where he needs to be. Okay? And Miss Quad has a problem with him making more money than her. She needs to do something that's gonna boost herself up, you know, that's gonna, you know, further her career, do something she needs to do to get to the same level. But to make a long story short, the breadwinner of the family, whoever makes the most money, should never throw that in the other significant other's face. That's just wrong, guys. I'm sorry. It's just wrong to do that. You don't never supposed to throw that in somebody's face, that you pull most of the weight in the house. Unless you feel the person is not appreciative of what you do for them. Then maybe you could do it. But to me, that's like the last straw that you do to someone to show that you know, you've been putting up with their crap and you're tired of it, okay? But anyway, yeah, she feels like, and that's just one that we see. I see coming up next week, they're gonna be talking again, and he's gonna go off on her again. So maybe he's a little verbally abusive towards Quad. I don't know, guys, but it seems it's starting to look that way, that he can be a little verbally abusive towards Quad. So we got to see next week. So it basically ended with Quad and Mariah getting into it. Quad, like I said, and I said this earlier, guys, it basically ended like this. They're all sitting around, they're having a lingerie party. Child, Miss Simone, honey, Toya, red Simone down, baby. Everybody got this nice, sexy ass lingerie on, and Miss Simone gonna come up in there with some, like, multicolored little granny short kind of sleepwear, something that your 50 or 60-year-old grandmother will go to sleep in, honey. And it's supposed to be a lingerie party. Everybody else got this nice silk lingerie on. It's both revealing lingerie, you know. And she got this old cotton short set 2-piece. It was whack. And that's why Toya said, I can see why they having problems in the marriage. She said, that ain't sexy. You can't go to bed in that and think you're going to turn your man on. But anyway, that was a sidebar. That was a sidebar, guys, okay? She did look like an old lady there. I'm sorry, y'all. But anyway, Quad and Mariah get into a fierce old reading session. That's basically the end. They started bickering. They was all sitting around having dinner. They were getting into it, bickering, going back and forth. And like I said, Mariah said she still has issues with a lot of people in the room, and a lot of the girls that were there, she still has a lot of issues with them, but she wants to just be able to put it aside for the trip and everything, guys, and just have a good time. And she said she'll deal with it when she needs to deal with it. But Quad just can't get over the past. Now, Quad said that Mariah said that she was homeless. She was going around being homeless. I was homeless for a while. People read me down and you know, and stuff like that. I was homeless 20 years ago for a short period of time and stuff like that. People read me down. I went couch to couch. Bitch, it was true. I own it. If that was the state of where I was in my life, that was the state of where I was in my life, honey, I own it. That's something you just need to own, baby. Yeah, I was homeless at one point in time in my life, and it is what it is now. And Mariah only said that when Quad was throwing shade at her. So, like I said, it seems like to me when people throw shade at Mariah, it's okay, but when she come back with that punch her in the face type of shade, honey, they can't take it. And that's how I see it, guys. But yeah, Quad she's just a little bitter. It seems like she's a little bitter. And I hope in the future episodes they can let this go and we'll see where this goes from here. But that basically ended like that, guys. They just was bickering. This whole episode was bickering back and forth between the girls. Okay, it was a little sickening to watch. But this is your girl, Lady Naomi. Please like and subscribe to me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, okay? So I'll catch you guys later. I am out. Bye-bye.